Hi, lollies. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda's channel. Thank you for all the love and support. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload videos, you'll be the first person to be notified. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of ours. You guys are the real
Hello, Bliss. I
MVP. So
came across this video on my For You, and I thought to share with you guys where it was actually said that the National Park Service altered Underground Railroad page. They removed Harriet Tubman's name. Like, they removed her name. They tried to whitewash history. They don't even want to let generations to know that anything like history or black history ever existed. I'm not just going to roll the clip as well as the stitches I was able to put together because this got a lot of people reacting. People were like, is it not the time for black people to speak up? Are black people still standing on business and still, sitting? I'm just going to roll the clip as well as some of other stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video and let's dive into it.
So y'all removed Harriet Tubman from the Underground Railroad page. Y'all removed Harriet Tubman from the Underground Railroad page. I'm sorry. Don't them two go hand in hand? That's like peanut butter and jelly. That's like motherfucking salt and pepper. There is no Underground Railroad reference without Harriet Tubman. This is what the original page looked like. What was the Underground Railroad? And under it, it said, I was the conductor of the Underground Railroad for 8 years. And I can say what most conductors can't say. I never ran my train off the track and I never lost passage. Harriet Tubman, 1896. This is what it looks like now. There is no mention of Harriet Tubman whatsoever. It says the U.S. Postal Service Underground Railroad. It talks about the stamp. It says the Underground Railroad flourished from the end of the 18th century to the Civil War, was one of the most significant expressions of American civil rights movement during the evolution of over more than American? Where the fuck is African American? Black people, start educating your kids at home because they really are trying to erase the significance of our people. And I'm trying not to get frustrated. That's just pissed me off. That really just made me mad. That just made me mad. And I see a lot of shit that they're doing, but it's becoming like, for real? Like, that woman is instrumental in our freedom. That is one of the bravest women I have ever read about. And y'all just took her out like that. Y'all removed her like that. That just pissed me off. And I know I'm not supposed to be mad and I know we're supposed to be resting, but it's still like, I don't want it to act like it doesn't hurt seeing that. I don't want it to act like it does not hurt seeing them try to erase our people and our culture from this country like we don't fucking exist.
Harriet Tubman. Harriet fucking Tubman. Gone from the Underground Railroad. That's right. If you did not realize before now how much trouble we are in with losing a real American history, losing black history, losing our heroes, let alone the heroes whose names you've never heard before. Why aren't you donating? Why don't you do more than just buy books? Because no matter what, you don't know enough black history to save it and pass it on, all of it, to our children for the future. And so we have to get these primary source documents. We have to have them. We have to find ways to make them public, storing them outside of the country so that they are not susceptible to hacking attacks, because those will come. We are going to lose all history in the United States that has black people in it. All of it. Get on board and help save our future. You can donate to Saving Our Ancestors' Legacy through PayPal or my GoFundMe. Both links are in my link tree. You can join Action for Heritage, link in the link tree. We don't have time, and books aren't going to cut it.
So yeah, the National Park Service doing Trump work now. You know how we always be saying white people love to whitewash or clean up the history to put them in a better light. So on the National Park Service page on what is the Underground Railroad, at the top here, all the way up at the top with the red, you had Harriet Tubman. That's what it took you to. Her quotes talking about the enslaved people and everything. they decided after Trump DEI stuff to redo the page. So everything in red, even the picture, was erased. Now everything at the bottom in green was added. The only thing left was to end the Civil War. That was from the original page. Now, and then they softened the language on slavery to make it seem like it was some kumbaya between black people and white people to freedom and liberation and all this other bullshit to make them seem like saviors and all this shit, because their feelings get hurt when they think about the past and the atrocities that were put on black people by the hands of their people. So yeah, teach your kids African American history, y'all. We know the truth. We'll always know the truth.
You can't whitewash black history. By now, y'all should know that. Y'all's president got y'all feeling very comfortable, but it's not going to work. If you think you're going to be able to wipe something out of history, it'll never happen, because if you have to go back and wipe out your own damn history that you've lied about. Which is why you don't include the real reason y'all are here and the real reason you got here, because you don't want to put your children on game about how corrupt you are and how much of a thief you are. So until you want to tell your story, stop altering ours. Thank you.
Okay, so the National Park Service is trying to erase Harriet Tubman. Is part of one of the biggest problems we have right now is them trying to act like slavery didn't exist, that everything started as equal, there's no problems, and just they're doing it in plain sight right now, right in front of our faces. And the fact that we continue to try not to address it and erase it from websites and pages, it's just going to make things worse and make it worse and make it more of a problem. So clearly DEI is directed at black people. And it's just like, why would you even do that? Why would you even go for the website? How serious is that? Okay, people need to know the history. People need to know American history. That's why America has problems now, because we're just trying to act like it never happened. Okay? If you and your girlfriend went through a tumultuous time and you act like it never happened and you never address those issues, it's going to keep coming up. And you just can't keep erasing it. Right? Eventually it's going to bubble up to the top. And there's going to be a race war. Or there's going to be people doing hate crimes for no reason. There's going to be people who think they deserve things for no reason. And there's going to be people not getting a fair shot for no reason because nobody wants to talk about history.
So they removed Harriet Tubman from the National Parks website about the Underground Railroad. Just the latest outrage, not the latest way to get us out in these streets. Trump seems to think that he's Wanda Maximoff, you know, when she was so distraught and mentally broken, she simply said, "No more mutants," and all the mutants disappeared. Those of you who my fellow comic nerds know what I'm talking about, you know. But in this case, this is Trump. I am simply tired of all of these black people keep trying to tell us stuff that we don't like to hear that make us feel bad. You know what? As far as I'm concerned, when I get back in, no more black people in any of our histories. We're removing all of that. That's wokeness. They're really infuriated by they're really infuriated by the real history that doesn't have white people as being unassailably good, as being the champions, the unassailably angels, you know, they're really infuriated by it. Trump calls it insanity, returning sanity to whatever, you know. So he wants to erase us from the histories. We can't teach the real history. You can't teach black people's. You can't teach the real American history. You know, they're mandating propaganda be taught to our kids, even if we're black.
Every single person that had a hand in this man being in office, this is on you. Whether directly or indirectly, I don't give a damn what the percentage is. If you knew that you had a hand somehow, some way of this man being in office, this is on you. This is why black people holistically in this country are bowing out of all protests, don't want nothing to do with no freaking allyship or kumbayas. We are done with all of it. And this is why, because we saw this coming from a mile away, specifically black women. They saw it coming from a mile away. This is why we vote. This is why we vote. And this is why we try to vote for Kamala November 5th, to prevent ish like this from happening. And now look, they're trying to whitewash Harriet Tubman. If that is not the most white supremacist thing I've ever seen. A white Trump supporter, I mean, I'm not surprised that they would vote for this man and they would advocate for this, of course, because they're white and they're Trump supporters. They don't care about black people. They hate us. But if you're a person of color and you voted for that man or didn't vote for Kamala, why? Why are you okay with this? Why is this okay with you? Disrespecting Harriet Tubman like that is crazy work.
What's up, you guys? I've been working behind the scenes on the project. Details to come. For now, your latest news update. Harriet Tubman removed from National Parks website. What's going on? Let's begin with this breaking news out of D.C., where a quiet but deeply troubling shift has been uncovered within a federal agency entrusted with telling our nation's stories. The National Park Service, a steward of American history and heritage, has removed key references to Harriet Tubman, the Underground Railroad, and the harsh realities of slavery from its website, a change that appears to align with a broader rollback of diversity, equity, and inclusion policies under the Trump administration's ongoing campaign to, quote, reshape public discourse and federal narratives. The edits. Let's break down what's changed. Until recently, the National Park Service webpage on the Underground Railroad opened with a striking image and a quote from Harriet Tubman, the iconic abolitionist and freedom fighter who led dozens of enslaved people to liberty. But between late January and March, that content disappeared. Also removed were several references to enslaved people, replaced with vague or sanitized language. Mentions of the Fugitive Slave Act of 1850, a critical piece of legislation that allowed the capture and return of people escaping slavery, has also been deleted. These edits were first spotted by digital archivists comparing recent snapshots of the page to earlier versions. The changes were not publicly announced and no explanation was essentially given. Political context. The removals come amid a broader campaign by the Trump administration to eliminate or severely reduce diversity, equity, and inclusion, or DEI programs across the federal government. Since returning to power, the administration has taken steps to dismantle DEI offices, halt anti-racism training, and defund initiatives aimed at promoting equity in hiring, education, and public communications. Critics say the recent website edits are a clear extension of that agenda, this time targeting the nation's collective memory, the erasure of Harriet Tubman, and the other essential historical truths. Official resources is being interpreted not as oversight, but as intentional. Cultural historian Dr. Nadia Templeton stated, when you erase Harriet Tubman, you erase resistance. When you erase slavery, you deny the struggle. This isn't about aesthetics, it's about ideology. Public and expert reaction. Reactions have been swift and impassioned. The NAACP issued a scathing statement today, saying in part, these changes represent a dangerous form of historical revisionism. The truth of America's past, including its brutal legacy of slavery, must never be hidden to suit political agendas. Educators, historians, and museum professionals have echoed these concerns. A coalition of more than 30 university history departments signed an open letter demanding the immediate restoration of the original webpage content, calling the edits a betrayal of public trust. Online outrage has spread across social media platforms where users are sharing screenshots of the original webpage using a hashtag like Save Tubman and Stop Erasing History, and the latest, the blackout. Digital activists have begun archiving federal web pages in real time, fearing more quiet rollbacks of inclusive historical narratives. Government and agency response. In response to mounting criticism, the National Park Service released a short statement later this afternoon. The website is being updated as a part of standard content review. We remain committed to accurately telling the story of the Underground Railroad. However, the ACNG offered no timeline for when or if Harriet Tubman's content will return. And White House Press Secretary dodged direct questions, saying only, "The president believes in telling American stories that unite us. We support the Park Service in managing their own communications." For many, that non-answer speaks volumes. The stakes. This moment is about more than a single webpage. It's about whose stories get told, whose lives are remembered, and whose suffering is acknowledged. Harriet Tubman is not just a historical figure. She is a symbol of courage, justice, and unrelenting hope in the face of unspeakable brutality. The Underground Railroad wasn't just a metaphor, it was a lifeline for thousands seeking freedom. Stripping away these narratives from public education sites doesn't erase the past, it distorts it, and with it, the foundation of our shared understanding. As Dr. Templeton stated, this is about truth, and the truth isn't always comfortable, but it is necessary. What's next? Advocacy groups and lawmakers are demanding accountability. Congressional Democrats are calling for hearings, and multiple civil rights organizations are preparing to file Freedom of Information Act requests to uncover who authorized the changes and why. Meanwhile, educators across the country are organizing virtual teach-ins and curriculum sharing sessions to ensure students continue to learn the full, unvarnished truth about Harriet Tubman and the Underground Railroad, with or without government support. This story is developing, and I will be following every update. For now, one thing is clear: the way we remember history shapes the way we understand justice, identity, and freedom. And that's a conversation that must never be erased. Thank you. That was your latest news update.
Like, seriously, love this. Like, this is just so giving obvious. This is just so giving. Yes, we know what we're doing. Yeah, we are doing this. We are targeting you. Yeah, we want you to react. Yes, you want. Yes, there's nothing you can do about it. Like, this is just giving exactly the narrative. This is just giving exactly what I have ever wanted. Like, they are just erasing everything that has to do with history, black struggle, and like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. These people know exactly what they are doing. They know exactly what they are doing. And with the fact that, you know, people are quiet, yeah, which is a very good thing. I think that they are now using the opportunity to do away with so many things because they know that people will still be quiet. Like, these guys started from they started from the AI. They just they were just they just started in a gradual process. Then they do one, they try to do another one to just get people reaction, and they say that everyone is like, and they keep on. Like, seriously, lovelies. Like, so not only did they overcharge it, they decided to make it look like, oh, You know, oh my goodness. They just want to make everything seem so normal, like everyone is treated equally, but deep inside of them, they know that this is unjust. This is not real. They just want maybe the new growing generation to believe in a lie, to believe in false narratives, to believe that, oh, maybe whatsoever my parents was telling me about history was all a lie. This was why they also targeted the Department of Education, because they don't want these ones that is coming to know exactly what is happening. These guys are just gently and gradually changing and erasing the black history. Like, they want to make you, who is actually telling the real black history, to be someone that needs to be doubted. This is actually the time for, and anything you can, hand over, anything you can just keep, place your hands on, any historical thing that you can just place your hands on. You just have to keep it safe. You have to keep it safe, because these guys are just changing, altering, and they started from eyes, dismantling the AI. From there, they migrated to trying to release, or talking about how they might actually release this man that got himself involved with Joy Floyd and his case, and like even Elon tweeted that it's a good thing, since we're about to, or since they're about to re-strategize the system. So, like, and people that looks like me did not react, and now they migrated to erasing the Black History Plaza, you know, the the street. They removed it. Like, they just don't want anything to remind, or they just don't want any history. Like, seriously, they erased that. And which other thing that I couldn't even place my hands on anymore at this point, because I'm just short of words, because this is beginning to look like they are very serious right now. This is beginning to look like, oh, yeah, we know what we're doing. We want to take all of the undocumented immigrant out. Then you that is remaining, we want to dim your light. We want to make you unexist unexisted. Or I don't even know the words to put together. They just want to make it look like all of the historical thing, the struggle of black people are just so irrelevant. It never happened. They were just all a lie. This has actually been the agenda, but they started in a way to, shift people's mind. Then they try to touch Hispanic people, Asian people, like, but they already know what the real thing is. They know exactly what they want to do. They just want to show that, oh, since you never voted for us, we are going to erase anything that has to do with you. Like seriously, if this is going to make them happy, the thing is that even if they try as much as they can to erase everything, that would never erase what being black stands for. It should never erase the ones we have in our heart, the ones of the. This is also the reason why they have been trying all their best to take away a platform that so many people are finding out so many historical facts, which is TikTok. Like, they're just looking for ways to put out things, not just to keep people in the dark. Then the ones that already have the knowledge, and the ones that don't have the knowledge will see the ones that have the knowledge as people who don't even know what they're doing, because you're just telling them things that they don't even understand. Now, like seriously, lovelies, I hope the people who contributed in all of the things that is going on right now is very happy. I hope they are very, very happy. This was exactly the same thing that people that looks like me have been avoiding. They knew all of this is going to happen. It's actually going to take a little time, and all of their facts will just be coming out. All of their intentions will be known. Anyway, lovelies, wanna just leave me your own thought in the comment section, because when I saw this, I thought that I was just going to put it up here because so as everyone can actually know what is going on. Please leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video. And if you're not subscribed, do your girl a huge favor to click on the subscription button, like, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.
Thought in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We are just here for educational and informative purposes. So if you've not subscribed to this channel, do your girl a huge favor to click on the subscription button, like, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.